Good morning. In a little bit here, we'll head out for breakfast. And I can't really see what the weather looks like too much, but it sounded like it was kind of coming down in like ice pellets and sleet and that kind of thing a little bit throughout the night. And little brief periods of gusty winds, so definitely good that I wasn't out there. I don't think we got much snow here though, but we'll see that as soon as we go outside. So let's go wander down, find some breakfast. It doesn't look too bad. Just a little bit of slushy. I wouldn't even call it snow. It's kind of intermittently light raining right now.
Watch what you're watching out. What's wrong with this?
Back from breakfast, and I'm just kind of contemplating my different game plan options for today. Conditions today is going to be no more precipitation coming down. It's just going to be wet out there. High at this elevation is going to be about 40 degrees, so it's definitely going to be on the chilly side. I could hike in like 4 miles and then just camp at the lower elevations for tonight. And then tomorrow and the next day's weathers and stuff like that is supposed to be much better, to where the sun is going to be out and it's going to start warming up. So all the stuff that's kind of snowed up in the mountains is all going to be melted by tomorrow. So I could do like 10 miles or something, 8 to 10 miles today, but then you're definitely going to be camping in snow and it's going to freeze overnight. So I don't know. I'm going to kind of play it by ear, I guess. But I'll play it safe. I've already seen some pictures of people have been posting to the Facebook group that are up at the higher elevations, and there's definitely at least an inch of snow up there, but not more than 2 inches. So we'll see what I do. I've got about an hour and a half or so until I get picked up. I'm definitely going out on trail today. The only question is how far am I going, so we'll see. I'll catch you up once I'm probably back out on trail. Made it back to the trail. Yep, dangerous snow conditions and all that. I do not have micro spikes. We'll see what we can get up into. Live Oak Spring, Cedar Spring. Yeah, I don't know how far I'm gonna make it today. I'm just gonna play it by ear. Weather's not too bad right here. Should be kind of like this most of the day. Intermittent, cloudy skies. Maybe get sprinkled on every once in a while, but it's not really supposed to rain anymore. It's like 38 degrees or so. Probably won't get much warmer than this, and probably going to be below freezing overnight. So I may just try to stay low altitudes, only do like 4, maybe 8 miles at most today or something. We'll see. There's the first rest break stop for the morning. This is the group site at about 4 miles in that I was kind of aiming for. This would be the earliest place to stop. I don't think I'm going to stop here though. Just take a break. Squeeze some tents in here though. Nice little area. So yeah, I think I'm going to keep moving. Next landmarks from here is 2.5 miles. Is a side trail to a spring that should be flowing. And then 4 total miles from here is a small group campsite, which I think I'm going to stop there for the night. And this is kind of the end where the terrain's been mostly level, and so the next 4 miles till my destination is going to be all straight uphill. Feels very pleasant in the sun. But as soon as it goes behind a cloud, it's like the temperature drops 30 degrees. It's kind of deceiving because you're like, oh, the weather's nice, I'll just keep going. But I know that, you know, I don't want to go too high in altitude for tonight, because tonight's going to be the coldest night, I think, out here. Which is why I'm only going to stop at, you know, another less than 4 miles at this point, whatever it's going to be. At least we're not socked in the clouds. Tomorrow should be totally sunny. This is great. We're getting some really good views up here. I'm shortly coming up on the next waypoint for the day, which will be a side trail to Tunnel Spring, which is one of the only reliable water sources in this section. But let's see, it's going to divert off to the left down into that little valley. And it's like a quarter mile down, and you got to come back up a quarter mile. And that's actually one of the shorter side trails to water. I got to figure out when the next not pain in the butt water source is going to be. Something like over the next 20 miles or so, there's a couple other side trails to springs, but they're like more like a mile off trail. So I'd rather not do that. So I got to figure out how much water I can get away with carrying. I may have to load up with like 4 liters here, just to avoid some of the larger side trails coming up later. But I'll figure that out. There's a big fork in the road junction. Yeah, all these different springs. These are all like a mile off trail. So I'm gonna take this. I came from that one. There's the one that goes down to Tunnel Spring. And I'll load up down here. Here's our water source at Tunnel Spring. This one's not 100% reliable, so the latest comment said it was flowing, and it is flowing. This will be just fine. It's a little rocky, a little steep coming down here, but at least it was short. So I'm gonna look at the Far Out app and figure out how much water I need to carry. So it looks like about 18 miles or so between here and the next kind of more guaranteed, easy to access water source, which would be like a stream crossing right on the trail. So I may have to dry camp 2 times before I hit that point. The current intended destination for tonight is about 1.5 miles up trail from here, and I think that's where I'm going to stop. I don't really want to get much more altitude, and this should be a good site where I can get some protection from the wind for tonight. And then I got to get like a further, 16 plus whatever miles. I don't know if I'll be able to do that tomorrow, because then I'll be kind of more in some snow and there's a lot of down trees and stuff. So we'll see how far we get for tomorrow, but we'll get back on trail. 1.5 miles to camp. Today was a short, easy day. Terrain hasn't been too bad. Oh, back to the junction. Back on trail. 1.5 miles left. We gotta look into the other side of the valley. This might be the last view I get for today, because I'm going to be wrapping around a corner, tucked into a saddle. But I think Palm Desert is over that way. I think Palm Springs is kind of tucked in behind that hill a little bit. We should have some awesome views for tomorrow. There's some of the first bits of fresh snow up here. That's all stuff that was down today. Whew. I think any of the fresh snow from this morning is definitely going to melt off tomorrow. But there's just a little bit left up here today, which is another reason why I don't want to go any further and higher. I think this is the area I was aiming for. There's the little single spots kind of scattered throughout here. Have to wander around a little bit and see what looks like the best. Well, I think I'm about as secured as I can be for the night. I'm ready to hide in my tent for like the next 18 hours or whatever. I can be nice and cozy in here. Well, I'm feeling nice and cozy now. I've got all my layers on. This is definitely a sleep with your clothes on kind of a night. I'm expecting it to be a good bit below freezing. I don't know how cold, because I don't have a thermometer or anything on me, but it'll be chilly, definitely. And tomorrow night as well, I'm sure. But I think tonight's going to be the coldest one, just because it never really got above like the high 30s. And then the cloud cover and everything, the sun never really came out much. Let's see what time it is. It's 2:22. So I'm just going to snack on stuff. I'm going to have some dinner a little bit later. I've got the wraps that are going to be basically trail pizzas. So I'm going to have pepperoni in there, and then I've got the cheese sticks. So that's all you need for a pizza. And I'll just fill you in if anything else exciting happens. But this is what I'm going to be up to for the next 14 to 18 hours or so till the sun rises. I don't know how far I'm going to do for tomorrow and stuff. I might, replan some stuff, keep myself busy with other things. But this is the other fun part of through hiking. All right, I'll check back in later. Here's my pizza. Yummy. That's gonna do it for today. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. It's chilly last night, but not too cold. My water didn't freeze at least. But the sun's coming out. With the sun on you, it should be nice and warm, but it's probably gonna be windy all day and the wind chill might be really cold. Let's see. At the campsite I was at, there was like 15 people there. Those are quite a crowd. But I don't know how far I'm gonna go today. I'm just gonna play it by ear. I'm kind of off my original schedule. So we're up nice and early. I'll get as far as I can get. If I can find a really nice place that's shaded from the wind is the main thing I'm looking for. We'll get down trail. Hopefully we'll have some awesome views today. I got a nice view where I can see 360 around. All that stuff is what I'm heading into. Somewhere down there is where I stayed the night. Alright, back on trail. Here's the junction to Cedar Springs, I think. Yeah, Cedar Springs is a mile down. Don't need any water. And keep on moving. Getting steep and rocky. It's a little frosty up here, but it's melting. That's pretty neat looking. There's definitely snow in my future up ahead. Starting to get into the pine trees now. Just absolutely beautiful area up here. There's about the first really good view of the Palm Springs area. Getting closer to the snow. That looks like fun. You see the trail down there. It kind of winds its way up and around. Yeah, I think we'll be in that area today. Starting to run into a few blowdowns, but nothing too crazy yet. Latest report said there were a whole bunch throughout this whole San Jacinto section. Made it to the junction for the Forbes Ranch Trail. Got a long, like, 2-mile descent. Apache Springs coming up in 3 miles. And then we got a big uphill getting into the snow. I'm gonna chill here for a good break. Oh, there was a box here for hikers. It's kind of empty on the inside. It's just a little logbook to sign. That's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna stop here for a break for a bit. Almost at the snow line. And by PCT standards, this is a pretty significant uphill. It's just nice and slushy right now. There's more Palm Springs down there. Just got done taking a lunch break. Somewhere almost 9 miles in for the day. I was looking ahead. 7 miles from here, there's some tent sites that look like they'd be good, but comments say that they could be, they're a little exposed, and if it's windy, it might be kind of rough. So the best kind of wind protection site would be 8 miles from here. Ugh. Just don't know if I can do that many more without beating myself up. We still got some good uphills to go and lots of blowdowns to go through. So that's a long stretch in these type of conditions is all. We'll see how far I end up though. Junction for the Splitter Peak Trail. Yeah, these are some parts where you don't want to go sliding down. It's a little steep for a long ways. I feel safe and comfortable enough so far on these parts. Time for another break. And this stretch is just awesome. I love it. It's right at the point where it's like challenging but fun at the same time, and not even that challenging. It's just awesome. And like the touch of snow on everything just like accents the all the rocks and the mountains and everything just that much more, so it just makes everything stand out. So it's just beautiful. But we got like 5 miles till the first intended campsite for tonight, but that might be a little wind exposed. The optimal site looks like it's just a mile past that at about 6 miles left for the day. And it is coming up on 1 o'clock, I think. So we got plenty of time to get there. I'm just moving slow and steady. Whew. This has been a fun day. Man, this is just an amazing stretch of trail. I could just film for like 8 hours straight this whole day. But you guys are only seeing snippets. It's just beautiful, the whole thing. Here's a fun blowdown to traverse. I'm sure there'll be a couple more like this. Burned out on the inside. Yeah, I'm gonna make my way over. Yeah, this one's kind of a mess of a blowdown. You scramble up and around that way, I guess. This is definitely in the way. Dude, today's video is gonna be like an hour long. There's so much awesomeness to film out here. This is a sweet section. Just amazing views into both sides, east and west. I just had to crawl underneath that one, but there's like a dozen obstacle course blowdowns in this last half mile to my first intended campsite, which I think I'm gonna pass up, but I'm very close to it. It's just very slow going with all these blowdowns. Well, this is the site I was aiming for, the furthest one away, and there's no evidence that people have been staying here the last few days. It's all just untouched snow. I don't know where the actual site is. Oh man, I'm so done though. What you guys have not seen the last mile and a half was like the roughest. There's blowdowns everywhere. I've been going super slow and trudging through wet, 6-inch deep snow, lots of slush. My feet are wet, and this looks like the only spot that's got bare ground. So I'm just gonna set up a tent right here. There's no way I'm going any further than this. We did a really good push today. That was some hard terrain and some hard conditions and some long distance. I'm gonna get settled in. I've got food, I've got water, I've got shelter. Pepperoni pizza dinner number 1. Oh, I'm happy. Did like over 16.5 miles today over some fun terrain. I would be kind of surprised if anybody else shows up in this area. They're probably going to take one of the earlier sites that I had passed. This is going to be awesome. Kind of a beautiful area. There's currently no wind. Last hour or two, all the wind kind of died down. Hopefully there's nothing tonight. That would be awesome. Otherwise, I'm kind of exposed where I'm at. It's not really hidden in the trees at all. But I'm just going to chill here. I'm going to get some more food later and stuff, closer to dinner time. And we got like 2+ hours till sunset. So right now with the sun out, and it is just warm and beautiful. All the snow is melting and falling out of the trees. Yeah, this is a great place to camp. And some more people have started to show up, so it may get a little crowded in this area, but that's fine. I think I'm just going to work on like videos and stuff for the rest of the night and till the sun goes down and then go on to bed. So I think I'm just going to sign off here. It's been an awesome day. I can't wait to see what tomorrow brings. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.